Okay.
Please wait, children. I was just sharing the screen. Please wait.
Ma'am, are you sharing the screen?
Yes, yes, it is loading. Please wait.
Yes, ma'am, it's loading.
You use EasyBoard or EasyNote?
Easy note, ma'am.
I'm not asking you, children. Please wait. I was talking to the other teacher over here.
Okay.
Are you able to see the board now?
కొంచెం
Yes,
మంచిగా
ma'am.
ఉండాలి, బిడ్డ తొందరగా
1
లేవాలి.
minute.
అంతేగా?
Yes, miss, we can see.
Okay, children, please wait. Yes, we will start up this session now. So we were into discussion of one very, very important topic. What is it, children? What is the topic that we were discussing in the last
Echo.
class?
అదే మ్యామ్
We
Echo,
were
ma'am.
discussing about echo. So what we are discussing? We were discussing about
Echo.
echo.
Echo?
Yes, echo.
Is it
So
echo?
yeah, echo. Okay, so what is meant by echo? So what we call an echo. So how to understand echo or how to define echo? So yesterday, I mean, yeah, not yesterday exactly. I think in the last class, most probably on Friday, or on
Yes, ma'am, on
Thursday, I
Friday.
think so. So we were
No, no,
It is
on
the
Thursday, ma'am.
yeah,
reputation
that is
of
what I'm telling on Thursday. So I was giving
sound
you an
waves.
introduction of everybody mute yourself, and later on I'll give you some time for interaction. So yesterday, on the Thursday, I was just explaining you like what is meant by echo, and then how the echo is produced, and what is the definition of echo. So when we talk about echo, you have to remember 2 points. One is repetition of sound. Okay, so echo is nothing but it is the repetition of sound caused by reflection of sound waves. So when we talk about the word echo, you have to understand it is repetition of sound. It is repetition of sound. How this repetition of sound happens, children? How the sound is repeated? How it will come back to you? So for example, if you shout hooray when you go to when you go to a closed classroom, or when you go to a closed room which is closed for a longer durations, and if you shout with a louder voice, what will happen? The echo will come back to you, isn't it? The
Resound will
echo,
come, ma'am.
the
Resound
resound
will
will
come.
come back to you. So that resound is nothing but it is repetition of sound. It is the repetition of sound, the sound whatever you have spoken. For example, if you speak hi, then that
Ma'am,
the sound hi will come back to you after some time. If you sound
excuse me,
hello,
ma'am.
the sound hello will come back to you. Somebody is talking. Who is talking
Ma'am,
now?
ma'am, this is Ritika, ma'am.
Huh.
Ma'am, if there is an empty room, if we'll shout, the resound will come now, ma'am. If there are
Yes,
objects in the room, why do we not get resound back, ma'am?
I was not clear with your voice.
Sound will.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Please be
Ma'am.
little bit louder.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
Huh.
if there are no objects and if there is an empty room, there'll be a resound, ma'am, if we shout.
Okay.
Then if the
Yes.
room is filled with all the things or materials, why do we not get resound
Sound
back,
waves
ma'am?
get absorbed there. Okay, whenever sound waves passes, like when compared to light waves or heat waves, so light waves, they are reflected back completely. Heat waves, they are reflected back completely. But sound waves, what it will happen to sound waves as they have 50% reflection and 50% absorption. Okay, so whatever the open rooms are there, so what will happen, the sound will not strike any obstacle there. Okay, so whenever
Yes, ma'am.
sound waves reaches an obstacle, or whenever sound waves hits an obstacle, then only you will find a repetition of sound. For example, in an open classroom or in an open room, what will happen, you don't have the sound waves will travel. Okay, they will travel in the air. Okay, air is a
Yes.
medium for the sound waves to travel. So what will happen, the sound waves will travel, will go out and they go away. So there is no obstacle there. And whenever there is some obstacle, the sound waves go and hit that obstacle and will come back, reflect back. So that is called as repetition of sound. If the sound waves doesn't hit any obstacle or doesn't hit any surface, then the sound waves will not be repeated, and there is no echo. There is no echo generated. Okay, so this is the reason in the
Okay, ma'am.
open room, sound waves do not have any obstacles. They will Sound waves will propagate in the air and they will travel farther distances. Hence, the sound waves will not come back. Okay, in a closed room, there are some obstacles, like walls are the obstacles for that closed room. Hence, hence what happens is the sound waves will come back and reflection of sound waves takes place, and that is the reason you hear a sound which is called as echo. So repetition of sound will happen, and this is because of the reflection, because the sound waves are reflected. Okay, so reflection of sound waves makes the repetition of sound. So when this will happen is when they strike an obstacle. Sound waves, they strike an obstacle, they have some obstacles, walls are the obstacles for them, if it is in case of a small room. Okay, so this is called as echo. Already on Thursday I have explained you the definition of echo also. So the properties of sound waves are, the properties of sound waves. When you take heat waves or light waves, when you take heat waves or light waves, okay, they are completely absorbed. Okay, so they are completely, when you take about heat waves and light waves, when these waves pass, they are completely reflected. I'm sorry, they are completely, are you able to see the board?
Yes,
Completely
ma'am.
reflected.
We can
Yes,
see.
Yeah.
ma'am.
So the properties of light waves and sound waves are, whenever light wave is passed, whenever heat wave is passed, they are completely reflected back. Mean they are 100% reflected back. But when compared to when we take the case of sound waves, these sound waves, they are partly reflected and partly absorbed. Okay, they are partly reflected and they are partly absorbed. So partly reflected means they are absorbed. For example, if a sound wave is hitting a wall, let us say when a sound wave hits a wall, it is absorbed 50% and it is reflected back 50%. So they are partly absorbed and they are partly reflected. So that is a property of a sound wave. And these sound waves, we have two kinds of surfaces. Okay. Right. So the two kinds of surfaces are, we have smooth surfaces or soft surfaces. Smooth surfaces or soft surfaces. And at the same time, we have rough surfaces also. So what is the use of these soft surfaces or rough surfaces? These soft surfaces are better absorbers of sound, whereas rough surfaces or hard surfaces are better reflectors of sound. So smooth surfaces or soft surfaces, they are absorbers of sound. Absorbers of sound. Whereas rough surfaces or hard surfaces, they are reflectors of sound. Reflectors of sound. So in examination, you will get some bits like, you know, which is the smooth surface. Okay, which surfaces are better observers of sound. In examinations, you will have some bits like which surfaces are better reflectors of sound. So when there is a talk about reflection of sound, so you have to understand those are hard surfaces or rough surfaces. And whenever there is a bit which is regarding the better absorbers of sound, then you have to understand smooth surfaces or soft surfaces are the better absorbers of sound, whereas rough surfaces and hard surfaces are better reflectors of sound. Mean when a sound wave is passed, if the sound wave you know, it hits a very smoother surface or very soft surface, then what happens, this soft surface will absorb this sound wave and there is very little reflection there. Okay, for example, if a sound wave is produced and it is hitting a rough surface or hard surface, then what happens is they are majority of the sound wave is reflected back. Okay, it reflects back, it will not absorb more. So hence hard surfaces are reflectors of sound. Okay, so now let us try to understand what are the uses of echo, because now we have understood what is meant by echo. So let us try to understand what are the uses of echo, because echo is also having lot of uses. So let us try to understand what are the uses of echo. Okay, so first of all, to understand the uses of echo, echo is majorly used in sonar. Can anyone tell me what is meant by sonar and where it is used? Sonar? S-O-N-A-R, sonar. So can anyone tell me where we use this sonar? Does anybody have an information or knowledge about this sonar? Sonar is called as sound navigation and ranging. So this sonar is called as sound navigation.
How it is used in?
I will tell you. One by one I am coming. Okay. First of all, you understand what is the full form of sonar. Okay. Sound navigation. We call it as, in a full form, sound navigation and ranging. We call it as sound navigation and ranging. So if anybody asks you what is meant by sonar, you have to tell that it is sound. SO is sound, N is navigation, NA is navigation, and R is ranging. Okay, N is navigation, A is N, and R is ranging. So sonar's full form is sound navigation and ranging. Okay, this sonar, it is used, echo is used in sound navigation and ranging system, which is called as sonar. Where it is used is, it is used to find out the depth of the sea, depth of seas. Okay, so this sonar is used to find out the depth of seas. Somebody has muted yourself and there is a disturbance. Himasri. So this sonar is used to find out the depth of seas and the distance of submarines. It is used to find out the distance of submarines. Distance of, you have to write running notes whatever points I'm discussing in the class, you have to write down in your physics running notes. Again, after the completion of classes, in the afternoon, you have to read the running notes and you have to prepare well. You can keep course book and running notes side by side and you can prepare. So please write down your running notes. So this sonar echo, actually this sonar echo is used in sonar. Okay, we were talking about uses of echo. So this echo is used in sonar. So what is sonar is? Sonar is sound navigation and ranging system. So how the echo is used in sonar? In what way the echo is used in sonar is, it is helpful in finding, echoes are helpful in finding out the depth of seas. Echoes are useful in finding out the distance of submarines. Now I have to understand what is a submarine. So in your lower classes, you would have understood or you would have learned about what are submarines.
Yes, ma'am.
Can anyone tell me what is a submarine? What is a
This
submarine,
is
children?
used to attack.
It is used to go under the sea, underwater.
Yes, ma'am,
Submarines are
underwater.
present. One point which is related to submarines is submarine is a big ship crafts. Okay, they are present under the
Submarines are mainly
Under the water, ma'am.
under the water. Okay.
water.
Under
Under the
the
water.
submarines are those crafts which
Navy
are
people use
present
it, ma'am,
under the
mostly.
water. So then what are the uses of submarine? Why submarine is used?
Ma'am, it is used for attacks, ma'am.
So it is used in
Navy people
warfare.
use it,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. It is used to protect
It is
ourselves,
used
ma'am,
in
from our enemy
warfare.
countries.
Okay, it is used in warfare and
For attack purpose.
In some missions
it
also,
is
ma'am.
used for some
What about
marine
some research?
research. It is used.
Yeah, research.
Okay, and it is used for some underground. Any sea operations are there, undersea operations.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all these things will happen with the help of submarines. Okay, submarines are those ship aircrafts, big ship aircrafts which are present inside the water or under the water. Okay, they are present in the middle of the seas or oceans. Okay, so now the distance of submarines from the border or from the seashore to the submarine's location, what is the distance? So the distance of submarines can be calculated or can be find out with the help of echoes, and the depth of seas can be identified with the help of echoes by using sound navigation and ranging.
How it is
Okay,
possible, ma'am? How is it?
they have machineries. Okay, they have different kinds of big machineries. They have some detectors, they have some transmitters. Okay, with the help of that machineries they will be finding out. That is all a very big engineering concept. Okay, how
Means how
mechanism,
echo
what,
is used in sonar, ma'am?
how echo is.
Used in this sonar.
This is what Nana, sound navigation and ranging system is one system. Okay, one equipment. Okay, so it is one force actually which helps us by this sound navigation and ranging system. They use these echoes, they use the concept principle of echoes, or they use these echoes to find out the depth of seas or distance of submarines. And for example, you have course book with you. Do you have course book with
Yes,
you?
ma'am, I have.
Please
Yes, ma'am.
open
Yes,
page number
miss.
12.
I have it.
Page number 12 you open in your
Yes,
course
ma'am.
books. Okay, so there you can see a ship. Okay, right? So I'm telling you one example, like how does it work. So you
Yeah.
can
Yes,
see a
ma'am.
Yes,
ship.
ma'am.
Beneath the ship there is a detector, there is a transmitter, isn't it? And you can see how the detector is detecting the sound waves. Means what is echo? It is nothing but reflection of sound waves. Okay, so with this reflection of sound waves they will find out, like what is the distance of submarines. For example, they will calculate. You will study this, you have all these topics in detail, I will explain you. First you try to understand the concept, slowly you will understand that all points. Okay, first of all you have to understand the basic concept, then I will explain you how it is done, because it was all interlinked to one another. So first of all you have to understand that echoes are useful in sonar. Okay, like you know, in finding out the depths of seas and the distance of submarines. Okay, and if you take big concert halls, you know there are big halls also. What are the concert halls? We have concert halls.
Ma'am, functions
Yes, ma'am. Some
will be
function
take
So
hall.
place in all
concert
these
Yeah,
halls are
types.
or
nothing
you
but
can they
big
use for
function
Any
halls.
some
shows,
music.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Shows.
Yeah.
So
Any
in this
shows or
function
functions.
halls also, sometimes when you put big sound boxes, what will happen? You will be getting some echo, isn't it? Some sound you will be getting,
Yes, ma'am. There'll be
some
somebody
kind of
sound.
echo
Yes,
you can
miss.
notice there. So this echo is desirable, mean it is required and it is desirable to some extent, because whenever some echo is there, it enhances the sound quality, and it sometimes, if it is in limit, if it is in desired limit, you know, it gives a pleasing effect and good bass for the speakers. Okay, when you play sound boxes in,
Pleasing effect means what, ma'am?
no, no,
Pleasing effect means what, ma'am?
that means it is soothing to hear also. For example, I am speaking. Okay, so when I'm speaking on this stage, I will be given with some mic. So when I was given with a mic, what the technical assistant will do is he will adjust the pitch, he will adjust the loudness, he will adjust the all these you know, we have some functions. This sound box has some bass, some value, all these switches will be there, they will be adjusting all these things to give a pleasing effect. Means it should be pleasing, it should be hearable, it should be soothing for the ears of the audience. It is a good effect actually. Okay, it is a good effect, it is pleasing effect, means I'm pleased
But
to
miss,
have this. Okay, it is a desired effect, it is a soothing effect.
miss,
Somebody is speaking.
miss. Yeah, it's me, Viomini.
Yes, please.
But sometimes in theaters, like when you're gonna watch a movie, it becomes annoying. You know, like you're gonna hear the resound again and again. So won't it be
Sometimes it is
annoying?
not required and sometimes it is required. It is all depending upon the adjustments. Okay, adjustments of
Okay.
frequencies and amplitudes. Okay, we have to adjust all those things, and if it is adjusted properly, then what will happen? It gives a very pleasing effect, or you know, it gives a desired effect, or it is gives a soothing effect for the ears. And it is required when big functions are going on. So mics will be arranged and these echoes are required, because audibility to entire audience, because audience will be sitting at a very longer distances from the stage. So the voice from the stage should reach to the audience who are sitting at the back, so that audibility also matters here. And then this mic adjustments will help us, which will help us to create an echo which is also required at that time. So you have to understand one point here is, in concert halls echo is desirable to some extent, because it enhances the sound and produces the good quality sound or pleasing effect. Okay, next third use of echo is, you know, everybody knows what are bats, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What
They'll
are
be in night
bats?
time.
So they will be, somebody is answering.
And they're mostly seen
They're
in
nocturnal
evenings.
animals. They're
Okay,
nocturnal
somebody may see these
animals. They come
bats
out at
during
night.
night
So
times. Okay, okay, whatever it is, right? Sometimes, not all the time. Okay, so these bats, they use a principle called as echolocation. What it is?
Echolocation means what, ma'am?
Echolocation. I will explain. First of all, you understand the spelling, you understand the pronunciation, and then you will we will explain you the definition. Okay, it is a echolocation. So bats have a property or a principle called as echolocation. What is meant by echolocation is, okay, this echolocation helps the bats to travel. Okay, so bats have eyes, but their eyes are not so effective, but their eyes are fine. They are good, but not like human eyes. So, but they have very, very good hearing capacity, and their ears are very good. Very, very good. When compared to eyes of the bats, their ears are really very good. So now these bats have echolocation capacity or echolocation principle of echolocation, because when they travel during night times, their ears work more faster than their eyes. Okay, they hear even small range of sounds also. They hear very, very even 20 hertz, less than 20 hertz sounds of frequencies which are less than 20 hertz also they hear. Because of that hearing capacity, that extreme and extraordinary hearing capacity that bats have, with the help of that, they will listen to the sounds and they will travel in the night time. And they will not hit to the walls also, because they have that hearing capacity. Because of that hearing capacity, they will produce some sound from the mouth, and they will produce some sound from the nose. Okay, bats, they produce some sound from the mouth and some sound from the nose, and this sound wave which is produced from the mouth or the nose, it will travel in the air, and if some obstacle is there, it will hit the obstacle and it will reflect back, or it will travel back. After hitting the obstacle, then they will hear that echo, and they will move, and they will turn their direction, and they will go. So that is how the bats will travel. Okay, when they are traveling, what they do is they continuously generate or produce some sound from their mouth as well as from their ears, sorry, from their nose. So whenever they produce sound from their nose and mouth, that sound wave will come out from their mouth and will travel into the air. And if some wall is there, or some door is there, or something is there, it will hit that and it will reflect back as an echo. That echo these bats will hear, and they will turn their direction and move forward. So this is helpful for bats to travel. Okay, to travel. And it is also helpful for them to find out their food also. Sometimes
Their
bats
prey.
this, yeah, to prey, to find out their prey. Okay, so they are when they travel in the night times especially, they will find food in the dark also, by using this echolocation property. Okay, did you understand what is meant by echolocation? Now this property is called as echolocation. Is it clear for everybody now what is
Yes, miss.
echolocation?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so
miss.
echolocation is something, it refers to an animal sense. Okay, so echolocation, if I want to define echolocation, 1 minute. Okay, for example, if I want to tell more clearly about echolocation, okay, if you want to tell more clearly about echolocation, it is some kind of animal sensing capacity. Animal sense. Okay, what are the animal senses? It could be hearing sense, or it could be seeing sense. Okay, so this will help them to find out the food in dark, and it is also helpful for them to travel in dark. To travel in dark. Okay, so this hearing and sensing, it is also a kind of human beings also have these kind of senses, right? Hearing sense, seeing sense, smelling sense. These are all kinds of sense. Even animals also have. And some animals, not all the animals, but some animals, they use this echolocation property. Okay, and some kind of marine animals also. We have some marine animals like dolphins or some whales, or some birds also. They use this echolocation property. Those animals, those birds who have poor sensing capacity and good hearing capacity, they use this echolocation property for finding out their food in the dark, as well as for traveling, okay, in the dark. They use this echolocation property. In this echolocation, what happens is, when they produce the sound from their mouth, okay, any animal or any bird which produces sound from the mouth, okay, these sound waves will travel in the air, and they will strike any wall or any door or whatever it is there, any obstacle, they will strike there, and it bounces back or it reflects back. That reflection or that echo will be again heard by the bat or birds or dolphins or whatever it is, and they will understand that there is something in front of them, and they will change the direction and go. So this is how this echolocation property will help them to navigate and find food in the dark. Okay, so this is all what is written here even. Okay, so bats listen to the echoes to figure out where the object is. Sometimes these bats also produces sound. Wantedly, they will produce sound from their mouth, because they want to find out, if they want to find out some object where it is, or in front of them if there is some object or not. So if they want to find out, they will use this echolocation property. What they do simply is, they will shout or they will produce some sound from their mouth. So when they produce some sound from their mouth, that sound wave will travel, and then if some object is there, it will reflect back. If it is reflecting back and coming as an echo, they will understand there is some object in front of them. If the echo is not coming back, then they will understand there is nothing. So they are using this property to find out some objects, okay, in front of them. And they also use this property, to find out any food also. If some food is available or not, that also they will find it out, even in the dark also. So this is how the sound waves are used in the echolocation, okay, for different bats, for different dolphins or whales or some birds. Okay, this is how the echolocation property will work. Is it clear for you, everybody? Or till here, whatever I have explained, if anybody is having any kind of doubt, if anybody has not understood something, please ask now. If it is okay, then
No,
we will
ma'am.
proceed.
No doubt,
No,
ma'am.
Clear for
it's
Clear, ma'am.
everybody?
clear.
Everybody are following this? Okay, still if you have some kind of doubts, you can always ask me. Okay, right. So now I will explain more clearly about sonar. 1 second, children. Okay, so sonar is, we are trying to understand what is sonar. Okay, somebody has asked me doubt also regarding this sonar. That is what I am
Break time,
explaining.
ma'am.
Huh? Akshara, you are telling me something? What is the time
Time
now?
is up, 11 o'clock, ma'am.
It is already 11 or it is going to be 11?
11, ma'am. It's 11:1 actually.
Okay, then this topic will take some time, and it requires all of your attention also. Okay, now it is already 11:1, so you have your break time. So I don't want to continue, because I don't want to take out your break time. Anyways, in tomorrow's class, I will explain you about this sonar. But what is the homework for you is, today I'm going to send you the notes of week 1. So you have to write the notes in your physics notebook with a very good, neat and beautiful handwriting. And everybody should write it definitely. And you have to send me back also, and I will correct and send you back. if those students who are not sending me the notes, I will talk to you very seriously, and I will inform the same information. I will give the same information to your parents also. So whenever you get the notes, immediately write and send me back. I will send you. Okay, right. So have a wonderful day. Go for your break and come back by 11:10, because your next class will be continued again. Right. Thank you. And I'm ending this meeting here. Okay.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye bye.